going on, my friends? This is Jake of www.jgcalisthenics.co.uk, and if this is your first time here on this channel, as well as being new to body training calisthenics, then you should definitely consider subscribing to the channel now and turn on post notifications, because this channel will show you exactly how to surpass your health and fitness goals, as the videos I make on this channel are specifically for people like you. And if you've been here for a while and you're a loyal crew member aboard the Gainter Express, then welcome back once again. I appreciate you as always. Right, so this exercise that you should be doing every single day is called the support to downward dog. And basically this exercise is going to mobilize your ankles, your hamstrings, your hips, your spine, your shoulders, everything. I'm telling you, particularly if you do this every morning after a good night's sleep, and you just want to have full energy and be able to walk into work with an upright posture, with full focus and energy, then you should definitely consider doing this exercise. And pretty much we're going to get straight into it by demonstrating how to do it. So we're going to start with our shoulders around, not our shoulders, sorry, our hands and our palms around shoulder width apart. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to pike our hips up is close to our shoulders, and with our feet straddled, so widen shoulder width apart, we're going to keep our knees relatively straight. So at this point you should feel a nice stretch in the shoulders as well as the hamstrings and glutes in particular. We're going to hold it here in a downward dog position and simply come forward slightly. Come down, extend back, roll those shoulder blades back, down and back into the cobra position. And after that, come back into the downward dog. I'm pretty sure this is popular in yoga, but regardless, when I was first introduced to this exercise, man, my spine has never felt better in my entire life, especially when I suffered from twisted pelvis when I was younger. Wow, this exercise, if you got any chronic back pain, whew, this is going to be your savior, right? And so what I also like to do is I like to hold each position for 5 seconds, right? 1, 2, 3, feeling a nice stretch in the lower body as well as the upper body. Simply coming forward, mobilizing that spine. Oh boy, this feels so damn good. And right, so what you may be doing, if let's say you may have some mobility restrictions, particularly if you spend several hours a day, let's say in front of an office at a desk, obviously that's where we can have some mobility issues and flexibility, which is perfectly fine. We've all start somewhere, right? This was definitely pretty challenging for me, especially with my tight hamstrings from football when I was younger, right? So what we could do instead of having your legs straight, if that's somewhat uncomfortable, what you can do instead is having your knees slightly bent, right? So that way you can get back for that full stretch in the shoulders. Come down. And again, if you cannot roll your shoulder blades all the way back, because I most certainly couldn't at first, you can just work within your range of motion, right? Maybe lean slightly back to a range of motion that's more comfortable for you. As you get more flexible, particularly if you do this every morning, especially when we're most stiff in the morning, right? That's where, again, if you start like this, you may come all the way, you can roll the shoulder blades all the way down and back. And if you're starting out in a downward dog like this, naturally, your leg's going to straighten. You'll feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings. And then every morning, instead of waking up to the point where your back just feels stiff, your hips, you can barely move them, you're going to wake up and you're going to be bang! I'm ready to smash the day, you know what I'm saying? And one of my clients, Kevin, when we first started working together, mobility and flexibility was something he definitely struggled with himself because of prior issues that I've spoken about in this video. But over time, as we did this exercise, outside of his workouts, consistently over time, his posture improved drastically, right? And man, when you've got a good posture and no deficiencies in your mobility, whether it's your hips, your ankles, your shoulders, you will feel absolutely awesome in your own skin. Again, when I first started calisthenics, I felt a lot older than I actually was, right? And people who are in that 40 to 50-year-old age, when you can do bodyweight training calisthenics in a way in which you can build strength and mobility and flexibility at the same time, you're probably going to feel like you're 20 years old again, no joke. So if you're not doing this exercise already, I highly encourage you, just try it every single day. As I said, I like to do 5 seconds in each yoga pose and do 5 total reps as a whole. Again, just takes a couple minutes and my day as a whole starts so much better than it would be if I wasn't to do it at all. If you win the morning, you win the day, you know what I'm saying? So when I say if you enjoyed this video, you like my content, you enjoy watching every single minute, if you're second this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below what videos you'd like to see in the near future. If it's something related to mobility like this, I'd love to know, because again, if I know exactly what you're struggling with and what you would like to be solved around your own health and fitness, then obviously that's where I can solve it for you, so you can ultimately build a body you're proud of, right? Again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, my friend, and as a crew member of the Gainshare Express, keep moving forward.